Hey guys, it's Joel and Christy for Adventures on the Long Run, and we're at Epcot today, and with a video entitled "What to Do When You Miss Rope Drop," subtitled "What to Do When Everything Goes Wrong in Your Morning." So stay with us, and we're going to ride some rides today, get you in some wait times, and just let you know how things are going. If you miss rope drop, what can you do?
We're 45 minutes after, by the way.
45 minutes. All right, we'll be back. All right, so we're here. This is 45 minutes after rope drop at the entrance. We just got through security, and we're about to go through the actual entrance, and then we're going to see what we can ride. So it looks like a lot of people didn't come for rope drop. They're coming just a little bit after. All right, so we've decided test track is a 45-minute wait, and Frozen Ever After is 55, which you're not going to see it much lower than that. So we're going to go do Frozen, and then we're going to try to do everything else. But right now, we've got some characters. There's Pluto and Goofy out today, greeting everybody as they come in. All right, so the challenge earlier today was supposed to be to get here at rope drop and see how much we could do in the first couple hours. So now we're flip-flopping on that because we didn't get here at rope drop, just because of some things that happened earlier on our way over here. And we live about 30 minutes from the parks. So the challenge now is to see what we can get done after rope drop, without Genie Plus, without individual lightning lanes, just to see what we can get done in the standby lines. So we're heading over to Frozen Ever After, and we'll check back in. So here's a pro tip for you. If you're looking for a restroom that's relatively unused, don't stop at the front of the park when you get here. There's some restrooms on the left hand side of the park, almost to the Mexico Pavilion. See, this is World Showcase here. If you go take this left right here, you're going to get to Mexico. The restrooms are right here, and very few, as you can see, very few people back here. The restrooms are relatively unused, especially in the mornings, and this would be a good place to stop. On our way over to Frozen Ever After, we came across Donald. There he is. All right, so we're in the Norway Pavilion for Frozen Ever After, and by the walk over here, the standby time had jumped to 60, and now as I'm looking at the standby entrance there, it's saying 65. We're going to time it because that's what I do. I'm that guy. I time everything just to see what the time limit is and what we're looking at as far as standby weights go. And now, as I'm looking at it, it's also now just jumped up to 70. So we will give you a report as soon as we get through the line.
Probably not get better.
Yeah. Frozen Ever After is a ride that normally is over an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 30 minutes most of the day. If you ever see it anywhere under 60, you want to jump on it, because even after 8 o'clock, it's still over an hour and a half most days. So my advice would be to rope drop Frozen Ever After as quickly as you can get here, quickly as you can get back here. Go ahead and ride that, because everything else is except for Test Track and Remy's Ratatouille is probably going to be under 20-30 minutes the rest of the day. So you want to try to prioritize that early. Again, we do not have Genie Plus, so we're doing standby because I know not everybody wants to do Genie Plus, and so or can afford the extra $15 per person per day for that experience to go through the lightning lane. So we're going to give you some standby times and just to see how things are going, and we'll be back. All right, so we're just now getting into the building. We're at about 17 and a half minutes, and the wait time is already up to 80 minutes. So it gets up there quick. So again, our advice is to rope drop Frozen Ever After, get in line as early as possible if this is a must do for you. And that's one thing we want to emphasize, is that whatever you want to do, whatever park you're at, you want to prioritize the things that you want to do, whether that's Frozen or Remy's Ratatouille or Test Track. Prioritize those things and then get those things done early, and then you can do the other attractions later on. All right, so we're at about 42 minutes, and we're at this part of the queue. We've only ridden this once, so I'm not sure exactly where we are. I do know the The loading area is right over there, if you can see there, but we still have a little bit of ways to go. Not sure it's going to be 70 minutes, but we'll see. All right, so 52 minutes later. It was supposed to 55 when we looked at it at the restroom. When we came out of the restroom, it was 60 by the time we got over here, 80 by the time we got in the door, and now we're on in 52 minutes. So all right, so we just got off of Frozen Ever After. It is a little fun. It is a fun ride, a little fun water ride. Just a little warning: you could get a little wet on there, not a lot, but there could be a little wetness for you there. And again, it was posted 55 when we started over here. It was 60 when we got in line, and then it was 80 by the time we got in. It's 85 now that we got off of it, and we were in the boat in 52 minutes. So. Not too bad. If this is a must-do for you, you do want to prioritize this one probably early in the morning because it's not going to drop below 85 probably the rest of the day. So that should be, if you want to prioritize that, you really should do that in the mornings. All right, we're heading over now to Grand Fiesta Tour. It's a posted 5-minute wait, and we'll see you over there. Grand Fiesta Tour starting the Three Caballeros is a boat ride that goes to the Mexico Pavilion. And no height requirement, fun little ride that's usually little to no wait most of the time. Right now it's a 5 minutes, so it's probably going to be a walk on, and as you can see, it's very chill. You won't get wet on this one, more than likely, but you can see we're going right through the line. There's the loading area right there, and we will probably be on in about 30 seconds. All right, so we lucked out and got on a boat all by ourselves. This is the restaurant in the Mexico. That's right. This is the restaurant in the Mexico Pavilion. And we're just in for a leisurely boat ride. We're going to go see the Three Caballeros. All right, so just off the Three Caballeros Grand Fiesta Tour, and now we're heading over to Test Track. Supposed to 65-minute wait. We're probably going to single rider that.
I don't ride it.
Yeah, she doesn't ride that. But just remember, with single rider, your party does get broken up. So if you want to ride together, you want to go in the standby line. If not, single rider might be a good option for you. But I'm going to time it, just to let you know how long single rider takes.
Okay, guys, so I'm taking over now because he's going in the line for Test Track. I'm going to do a merch search. Okay, guys. Oh, there we go. 2209. Sketchbook. $24.99. $29.99. Cool as that. I don't like the fabric though. By the way, we do also have a frugal living channel, so you probably won't see me buy anything, and you'll probably hear me gasp about the prices. But I do love the 50th stuff. It's pretty cool. Oh my word. Whew, I can't even afford to touch that one. Oh, no price. Oh, here it is. Very cool men's t-shirt, Hawaiian type t-shirt. I live in Florida, so I don't figure I'll ever need any jacket like this. But let's see what the price is. Oh, nope. Now this is where I usually, if I buy anything, I'm gonna get it like a mug, which is very cool. But this is a little small for my coffee taste. $29.99. I usually go for a little larger than that. And the ears. $39.99. More Dooney and Burke that I won't be able to afford. Again, $38.18. Let's see. There's a Figment t-shirt. Figment. Cool. So it's a cookie jar. Very cool. Okay, seen a lot of people show these. $29.99. Okay, and then we get these little cups here with orange bird on it. And $19.99. Most of the cups are about that price. So now they have a lot of the flower and garden stuff. So you got hats that say Plant Lady, Grow Green, some pictures for out in the garden. That is, not glass, not ceramic. It's like plasticky, almost very lightweight. $29.99. Some rain boots and some garden supplies. A little dirt don't hurt. That's what I hear. Or never hurt. Gloves. And a tote. And the jerseys are always expensive. $74.99. Grow Happiness mug. That's kind of cool. And it's a nice large one. And again, $19.99. And they have some magic bands that are specific to Epcot. So you got Figment. Figment's cool. And then ones that are specific to Flower and Garden, like this, that are limited editions. And $39.99 for those. And $39.99 for that. Very cute.
All right, so Test Track through the single rider line was 7.5 minutes at a posted 65 standby. So if you don't mind getting your party getting split up, then that's probably the way to go. If you don't want to choose Genie Plus, or let's go that way. If you don't want to choose Genie Plus, we can't decide which way we want to go.
I didn't know where he was wanting to go next.
Yeah, if you don't want to choose Genie Plus, and you don't want to stand in a 65-minute line for Test Track, you do want to do the single rider. You do get to choose your car, so that is a good thing that you get to do in the single rider line. So we're heading over to Soaring. Yeah, these topiaries around Epcot are so cool. This is the Lion King. Soaring Around the World is a hang glider ride that takes you around a lot of the iconic things around the world. And
this is my ride.
This is Christy's ride. She loves this ride, and we ride it at least once every time we come. It's a posted 50-minute wait, and we're going to see. We are in the standby line, and we're going to see how long it takes. All right, so some people ask the question, what determines the wait time? Well, it depends on ride capacity, how fast they can get you on and off the ride, and you have to factor in Lightning Lane as well, because they do prioritize Lightning Lane over standby. So if you're in standby, you're seeing a lot of Lightning Lane people go by you. That's going to happen. So just take that into consideration when you're at Disney, when you're trying to get on these rides, that they will prioritize the Genie Plus Lightning Lanes over standby. But it did say posted 50, so we will kind of keep you updated on that as we get through the line. All right, so we're 30 minutes. We're going to be on the next flight, and Disney stops the clock at the pre-show, which is starting right now.
My name is Patrick, and I'll be in a few minutes. But first, I'd like to acquaint you with some important safety.
Hey, I'm about to go on a ride, so
when the doors to your flight open, please take a seat and store all carry-on items in the under.
All right, so Soaring was a posted 50-minute wait when we got in line. It actually took us 30 minutes to get to the pre-show. When we got off, we looked at the wait time.
We got some great C-section views of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I was looking like that. Because we were in A3. For the best viewing on Soaring, you want to be in B1. I'm not sure that you can request. I think
Well,
you
not
can request.
B1, but just be in the first
Yeah.
row.
When we got off the ride, we looked at the wait times, and it was 35 minutes. So it had gone down a little bit. Soaring is one of those that fluctuates throughout the day, especially at night. You can probably get on it in about 15 minutes. One night we rode it like 3 times in a row, so it does go down later in the night.
One of the reasons why it's probably dropped right now is it's getting close to lunchtime, so probably people are moving on to World Showcase so they can eat.
All right, so we rode 4 rides in about 2 hours and 45 minutes because we did get here a little bit later than rope drop than we expected to, but we did ride.
We had a low tire.
Yeah, and so we did ride 3 of the probably the most popular rides in the park. We rode Frozen Ever After, Test Track, and Soaring, all in those 2 hours and 45 minutes. So we felt like that was a pretty successful day. Again, this was without Genie Plus, is doing all standby. And
that leaves about, how many did we say, 5 or 6 rides?
yeah, probably 5 or 6 more rides that you can do. Some of them do have a longer wait time, like Remy's Ratatouille, but everything else is going to be probably less than 60 minutes most of the day, and a lot of those will go down later during the evening hours as well. So if you've got the rest of your day to go, then you've got a lot of time to finish up all these rides. And you
Right.
really,
Totally
in our
could do
opinion, you really don't have to purchase Genie Plus for Epcot if you time it correctly and if you use it correctly, like prioritizing Frozen or Remy's Ratatouille early in the morning, get that out of your way, doing single rider on Test Track, and then hitting up the rest of the rides throughout the rest of the day. You can definitely do Epcot without purchasing anything extra. Felt like it was a pretty successful day, pretty successful rides, and thank you for joining us today. Drop us a comment below. Let us know if you're going to be in the parks, if you're planning a vacation, what rides you like to ride in the parks. If you have a recommendation for us and say, hey, why don't you do these rides and see how long it takes you to do those, we'd love to do that. Drop us a comment below and let us know that. But I think that's going to do it today for Adventures on the Long Run. This is Joel and Christy, and don't forget, life is a journey. Get out and enjoy it.